Hello everybody, it's Mrs. Pound. We have been studying chapter 5.1 on the cardiovascular, digestive, and immune systems from Purposeful Designs Life Science. Today we're going to discuss section 513 on the digestive system, and we've already covered the cardiovascular system. So our objectives today will be to describe the path food takes as it travels through the gastrointestinal tract and identify the parts of the digestive system and explain their functions. So digestion starts in the mouth where the food is chewed. That's called mechanical digestion, and enzymes break down starch, which is called chemical digestion. So this little girl eating the watermelon, her digestion starts in her mouth. The epiglottis is a flap of tissue that covers the windpipe during swallowing, so the bolus passes to the esophagus. The ball that the food formed is called a bolus, and this flap of skin right here is your epiglottis, which is going to cover your windpipe so food does not go down it. And as you know, sometimes that doesn't always work, and we do get stuff down our windpipe. You can see the epiglottis here as well. The esophagus is the long tube that connects the mouth to the stomach. So here is the esophagus, it's been highlighted. Wave-like muscle contractions called peristalsis squeeze and push food down the stomach. So in different parts of that tube, there will be contractions and relaxation, and it will squeeze the food all the way down to the stomach. In the stomach, the food mixes with acid to break down proteins. This soupy mixture of food and acid is called chyme. And you know that your stomach is very acidic because sometimes that comes up and it really burns. Perhaps you've had heartburn or you have acid reflux and you know that sensation. The stomach does not digest itself because God designed thick mucus to coat the stomach walls. And so you don't have to be concerned unless you have something like an ulcer, which breaks that down, then that's very painful. The chyme moves into the small intestine where a liquid called bile is added to help with the digestion and absorption of fats. And right here is the small intestine, the inside part. Here, the outside part is actually your large intestine. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. And that bile is stored in your gallbladder. Pancreatic enzymes produced by the pancreas are also added to break down carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. So right here is the pancreas. It not only makes insulin, but it also makes other enzymes for digestion. Nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream in the small intestine through the villi. These are tiny finger-like projections that line the folds of the small intestine, increasing the surface area. So it's very folded so that it can absorb all of those nutrients that are going through. The chyme then moves into the large intestine, the colon. That's another name for the large intestine, right here, where water and electrolytes are absorbed and solid waste, feces, is stored until elimination through the anus. So this is the anus down here. Now, you can have problems with your digestive system, and one of those is enteritis, and this is an inflammation of the intestine, more the small intestine, because if it's the colon, it's colitis, and that can cause diarrhea and dehydration when you have those enteritis or colitis. So you want to be very careful with that and drink plenty of fluids. Also, you can have constipation, which means that things are not going through the digestive system well. So to clear that up, you need to drink plenty of water and eat foods that are high in fiber. So the objectives for this video were to describe the path food takes as it travels through the gastrointestinal tract and identify the parts of the digestive system and explain their functions. So don't forget your 5 questions and keep watching the video to answer the questions at the end.